From Winston-Salem to Chapel Hill to Charlotte and all the way to camp. This is Helmet to Headset.
Alright, so we're just getting started here with College Football 26. This is the first video that I'm making, and if you didn't watch the intro, I encourage you to go watch it. I think it's a pretty cool trailer that gives you a good look at what's coming ahead. So what we're going to be doing here in this series is that we are going to be following my journey as a football player from high school football to college football to the NFL as a player. And then when we retire as a player, we're going to turn into a head coach. So we're going to be coaching in college and we're going to be coaching in the NFL. So what we're going to do is we're going to be kind of switching games back and forth. We're going to start off with college football, playing high school football, moving to college football, and then eventually, once we graduate, we're going to be able to move our player into Madden 26. We're going to go through the Madden 26 career as a quarterback, and then once we are done playing in the NFL, my plan is to go back and coach in college, and then do that for a season or two, and then eventually transition into being a coach into the NFL. So it really is taking the journey of a football player from high school football all the way up through the playing days, past the playing days, into being a head coach. So I think it's a pretty neat idea. I'm looking forward to walking through it. I'm hoping that some of you are out there watching and this is something that you look forward to, just something cool to sort of simulate the life of a football player all the way through high school, all the way up until their coaching days. So you can see here, we're starting out college football. Before we get into college, we're starting off in the high school game, and we're working through the recruiting process of getting into our school. Our school of choice is going to be North Carolina. So if you did watch the trailer, my plan is to go through high school, play for Chapel Hill, move into the NFL, play for the Carolina Panthers, and then once we go to coaching, we're going to coach for those same teams. So my plan going through the high school years is to be good enough so that I can get an offer for the UNC Tar Heels. One of the new things that they added into College Football 26 this year is the addition of high school. And so what I thought was really neat is that you can go into the team builder in EA Sports College Football 26, and they have just a ton of high school teams, probably any high school team that you would want to find, you can find in the team builder. So this is my actual high school. Winston-Salem, North Carolina is where I grew up, and so I think this is a pretty neat way to start out the career, as if this was me playing in high school, and then seeing if we can make it through the whole career into coaching. So what I'm doing here starting out is you get the opportunity to add your top 10 schools. So what I'm going to do is, of course, I'm going to go in and pick Chapel Hill. That's our number one choice. And then I'm just going to kind of go through and pick a lot of schools that are local just to fill out the top 10. But ultimately, all I'm trying to do is get into Carolina. All right. So I've got my top 10 picked. I can kind of go through and order them how I want. It just kind of shows the order of which I hope to get recruited by these schools. So, of course, being a Carolina fan, we're going to move Duke all the way down here to the bottom. And NC State, NC State's going to go at the bottom, and Duke's going to be number 9. All right, so this is our head coach. Our head coach is kind of just explaining how high school is going to work in this game. Basically, they're going to give me a handful of moments in each game that I'm going to have to go in and try to complete those moments on a couple of different drives in each game. So what I'm going to do is each time you complete a moment or you do some kind of cool stat or something like that, it adds to your tape score, and then the more tape score you get, the more likely you are to get recruited by the colleges of your choice. And it'll actually show you which schools can give you an extra boost depending on which moments you complete. So obviously, as I'm doing this, I'm going to be looking through the North Carolina moments and which ones are going to give me the highest points for North Carolina. So here we go. The journey starts here. We're going to pick a handful of moments, so they give you a choice of 5 moments, and you're going to pick 4 that you want to do. So you can see over here on the right side of the screen the different school tape score boost based on which moment you pick. So UNC has a two-time increase there if you do that moment. And then the rest, there's 2 that are 1.6, there's another 2-time, and there's another 2-time. So I'm definitely going to pick the ones where North Carolina has a 2-time increase on the tape score. So then that way, when I get those moments complete, it just increases my tape score towards that school. So start you out. First moment of the game, this is a 2-time increase for Carolina, so we want to make sure we get it done. Don't allow relentless edge defender to force a fumble or tackle for loss. Keep the ball with a quarterback on an option play and gain 5+ yards. So I'm just going to go here and call a simple read option. And you see the rival, we want to make sure he doesn't get a tackle for loss. And we're going to keep that. And I'm pretty slow. I picked up 2 yards, so that's not going to do it. I started myself off as a 2-star high school recruit, which is the lowest that you can be. So I'm going to really have to work my way up to be a good player, which I thought would be a lot of fun, but it's also going to make it a little bit more difficult. And that should be my 5 yards. It is. So that completed that mission. So now all I have to do is get through this drive and not let my rival, that defensive tackle, get a tackle for a loss. What's kind of interesting about this is that I don't even really have to score. I don't even really have to do anything good. It does give me a little bit more of a boost if I were to go down and like get in field goal range or score a touchdown or something like that. It'll get me a little bit more points. But to actually just complete the goals and finish the mission, really all I have to do now is just not let him get a sack or a tackle for loss. That was a bomb. Now this is scary because what I would want to do here is probably hand it off, but I really don't want to give him a chance to tackle the running back for loss. So I'm going to switch plays, throw it quick, and touchdown. So you can see there, both moments complete, both drive goals. I got extra points for touchdown, for reaching field goal range. I think, I could be wrong, but I think 300 points is like the highest possible tape score that you can get from one of these moments. You notice here also that you do have the ability to retry a moment, and you only get one of those. So let's say that we did give up a sack or didn't keep the ball with the quarterback and gain 5 yards, then we could retry it. And so I think that's something cool that you can do. You can also see here the recruitment score. I started out with 2 stars. The more tape score I get and the better I get, the higher those stars become, and I have a better chance of just being a better player going into college. If we score a touchdown, then we get the most possible points. That's why I picked this one. Pretty easy to do. So one thing to note is that it is the second quarter with 1:27 left. So if I'm trying to score a touchdown, I don't have just all the time in the world. And another quick one over the middle. All right, so 55 seconds. We need to probably pick it up a little bit here. Let's take a shot. Go get it. Oh no, that's pick. Okay, well that's bad. Get that. What a catch. Got him. Nice. Oh yeah, get in. So now all we got to do is score a touchdown. This drive's over. I probably could have kept it, but touchdown either way. Next moment, this is 2 times for Carolina, so we definitely want to make sure we get it. Same thing as last time, don't allow that rival defensive end to get a forced fumble or a tackle for loss. Gain 10+ yards on a scramble attempt. This might be a good opportunity. Try to block. Oh, yeah. That was a dot. Ah. Okay. Alright, this is the last moment of game one. Don't allow edge rusher to get a forced fumble or tackle for loss. Complete a pass outside of the pocket. Like right there. Oh, go score. What a bad pass. Got him. Touchdown. All right. So past all the moments there, 1,100 points towards my tape score. That was about as good as I could do. So now you get to see the offer letters come in, which is pretty cool. You can see they're signed by real coaches, which are in the game this year for the first time. So we got offers from ECU, UConn, who was not even on my top 10, UNLV, who was not in my top 10, Appalachian State, UNC Charlotte, Coastal Carolina, Liberty, gross. Went through the week and we got more offer letters. So here's an offer from Buffalo, New Mexico State, Georgia Southern, classmate reaching out to me. College entrance exams, do you want to study with me? Study with the classmate, we'll wing the exams and prepare for the next game instead. I'm going to do what I would have done in high school, which would be wing the exams. And that gave me an attribute increase of +5 short throw accuracy for your upcoming game. Tanked the SAT, significantly harder to obtain a scholarship from North Carolina. Well, boy, that would really hurt this series right off the bat. Same for Wake, same for Virginia. And here's Carolina's coach. So, not Bill Belichick. I mentioned that actual coaches are in the game. Bill Belichick was never in Madden. Fully didn't expect him to be in college football 26, and he's not. So this is something that I've noticed, that like your top school or your top couple of schools will give you an offer to complete some sort of extra mission. And if you do that, you get this like massive increase and boost towards the possibility of getting recruited by them. But here is the North Carolina stretch the field moment. This is just for North Carolina. It is a 6-time boost towards my school tape score. Definitely going to pick that one. Definitely going to pick this one that has a 3-time deal. And then it looks like all of the rest of them, except for that one, have a 2-time increase for Carolina. All right, so this is the North Carolina moment. You have to throw a lob pass for a touchdown. So I'm going to throw one. Will he catch it? He did catch it, but it's not for a touchdown, so it doesn't matter. All right, so this X receiver is about the perfect spot for what we want. I'm going to move his hand just a little, and we're going to see if we can get it right here. And we're not, but I'm going to throw it to square, overthrew it. What we need is man coverage, which we can test by moving him in motion. He did get followed by the man, which tells me man coverage. So depending on what that high safety does, all right, I'm going to move the square receiver actually in a little bit more. And if it is man, we're going to draw that man in. Leaves me one-on-one for this guy on the outside. It was not. It was a blitz. So really, all we're caring about right now is we got to get a first down. Yes, got it. All right. So down at the 10. So we're going to get 3 chances, maybe 4 if they let us, to try to get this done. You know what? I'm going to try it on a comeback route. That feels like not a great idea, but we're going to try it. Give me the corner. I'm going to try this. Hold on. Nope. Bad idea. Was that a touchdown? I think it was. Did that not count? Okay, So I scored a touchdown, threw a lob pass, but because the guy that I threw it to didn't catch it, that didn't count. Oh. Oh, I did it. I threw him again. All right. We got kind of double corners here. This feels like a good opportunity. You got him. Oh, please. So that feels really good for this particular moment. That probably sort of offsets, or maybe it didn't even really matter, the choice not to study. Which is funny that North Carolina would be one of the schools that their football program would care about you studying for. Right, so this is the one we're going to have to set a pass protection for the play. Throw for 5, throw for 10. So if we do it, just throw for 10 yards in one play. That should just finish the moment. So we're going to hit L1 to set the pass protection. And it looks like we've got people sort of overloading on the right side here. So I did a full slide over to that side. We're going to see if we can hit triangle here. We just need to gain 10 plus yards. And we do. Nice. I lost 10 points for getting sacked, apparently. That's insane. All right. Shotgun pass for first down. First down or a touchdown on the run. Oh. Also, I think I just realized I'm dumb, and I have to pass on the run for a first down or touchdown. Totally should have studied for that test. Nice. Wow, he held on to that too. Okay, so I got the first one done, so we need to pass on the run for a first down or a touchdown. Boom. Easy. Okay, well, there's definitely a blitz coming from that side. It's not really what I want to do. Not speed out. But we're going to do that for first down. Oh, wait. Alright. Get a first down, get 3 first downs. This is worth 3 times the boost for North Carolina, and I just realized it is 3rd and 6. He dropped it. That is an immediate fail, and I don't even get to redo it. I'm so upset my camera fell off. Alright, well, that was kind of a dumb way to end that second game. But so afterwards, we get an offer from Duke, we get an offer from Louisville, we get an offer from Missouri, and there it is. So we get our official offer from North Carolina. That's pretty cool. I really think all that mattered is that we got that big moment done. So that's great. I got my offer from a team that doesn't matter, from Purdue, Virginia, Wake Forest. So we got that offer from North Carolina. That's really what we were looking for. I don't think the offer can be like taken away or anything like that. We get a couple offers: Georgia Tech, Iowa State, Rutgers. I don't think the offer can be like taken away from you or anything like that. And so we've got 3 more high school games that we have to go play. But if you go to our recruitment, we have already received an offer from 8 of our... Oh, it says I didn't get an offer from state. That's fine. But what I can do is I can actually go to Chapel Hill and I can go ahead and commit, which is exactly what I'm going to do. We have committed to North Carolina. I'm going to probably stop this video there. But this is a good start to high school football. This is exactly what we wanted. We got the acceptance to North Carolina. It's where I'm going to be spending the next 3 or 4 years in my college career. And so I appreciate you guys watching. Anybody that's watching out there, I do really appreciate it. Make sure you like, subscribe on YouTube. Come follow me on Twitch. Find me on TikTok. I'm going to be posting clips and highlights on TikTok as well as YouTube Shorts, YouTube videos, and I may occasionally live stream on Twitch as well. Make sure you follow me on all platforms at Little Newt Gaming. Come check me out. This is the Helmet to Headset series. You saw the very first episode. We started here at R.J. Reynolds High School. We started in high school football, and we've already gotten our commitment that we wanted to the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. Can't wait to see where this series goes. Can't wait to see what's in the future for college, for pros, for coaching. Thanks for watching.